y'all driving this morning, or you? Oh, there we go. We got a new drag Banshee, so that's new. Don't hate me, but I got rid of the Honda 4-Tracks. I straight traded it for this. It runs good, it fired up pretty good. It's crazy, man. It is a crazy machine. I've never really seen or drove anything like it. So it's definitely gonna be an experience today for sure. But we got us a custom built drag Banshee. So that's pretty crazy. It's got the paddle tires on the back, huge sprocket. It's got a humongous 700cc Polaris snowmobile motor on it. So it's gonna be pretty crazy, but get everything together and let's get to the drag strip, see what it has. Oh no!
It's time to get loco.
Something is not right. We'll try it again. Something definitely ain't right. We're already about to gas again. But something just ain't hitting right, man. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, something ain't taking off right. So disappointing. That was terrible, man. I don't know what is going on. That thing is slow as crap. Something is not hooking right. I don't know if we're losing pressure out of the exhaust, because I know this piece needs to be welded up here because it's loose and it's hanging like that. That's not good. I don't know if something ain't tuned right, but I mean, it sounds like it's screaming and it's running good, but it's just not pulling. Like maybe the belt is slipping like bad. I don't really smell a belt burn. That's like the only thing I can think of. It's not pulling at all. I've driven things way faster than this already, but it doesn't make any sense. It's a 700 V twin Polaris snowmobile motor. 2 carbs, 2 air filters, completely built. Like, something just ain't right. We're gonna put some more gas in it. That still just doesn't make any sense, dude. None at all. Like, honestly, this 4-wheeler slow as crap. That is the biggest disappointment ever, dude. I hate that, man. When we're filming a video, like, you just want everything to go so smooth, so good, to really entertain you guys and give y'all the best possible content. But I guess sometimes you just take a loss, you know? It needs something, that's for sure. Something ain't hitting right, which is kind of crazy because when I test drove this thing, the first time that I hit it, I mean, I only had like 100 foot or so, because the guy I got it from, it was kind of in like a small little 4-wheeler shop, and it had this little small field. I test drove that 100 foot, and I slammed on the gas, hit it, launched off the line, kind of like I did right there, and that thing was scooting, man. That thing was moving. Yeah, like, there's no way I'm even beating that little Can-Am and that side-by-side. There's no way. I don't know, maybe something will just magically kick in and it'll just fly out of nowhere. Something just ain't right, my boy. Yeah, This thing's slow. That was the biggest disappointment so far out of my whole YouTube career. This thing right here. I love it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe the sprocket's too big on it. I don't know. Maybe that's it. You would think if it had a bigger sprocket on it, it would still pull hard and fast. It just top speed wise wouldn't be crazy. But it almost seems like the more you hold it, the more it wants to open up. But you would think off of the line being fully automatic, the thing would fly. But that's just not the case. The Honda 4Tracks I traded for would beat this thing, honestly. Because with it having that huge sprocket, it should take off fast, and it still doesn't. Because it's running good, it's running fine. I don't know, maybe it needs a better belt or clutches. Maybe the exhaust, because the exhaust is just whatever that is. Maybe that just needs to be welded. Maybe it's just losing back pressure. Or maybe something's just not hooked up right. But this motor ought to make this thing fly. I mean, this motor, I've looked it up. The stock motor of this Polaris 700 coming out of the snowmobile stock makes like 120 horsepower or something crazy like that. And the guy said this thing was completely built. So it should have like 140, 145 motor horsepower, which is insane. I mean, this thing should get up and roll. Like the go-kart video that we just filmed, I mean, that was a V-twin motorcycle motor, and that thing only made like 50 horsepower maybe, and that thing was flying. And to be honest with you, that go-kart probably weighed more than this four-wheeler. And the motors are pretty much about the same size and cc's, because this is 700 and the other one's like a 750. And like all the framing is pretty much the same as that thing, just completely different build. So it doesn't make any sense. To be honest with you, very disappointed. It's very sluggish off the line, like insanely sluggish, but it almost feels like it wants to pick up, like when I have to stop. But something is still off. Because the thing is, like, it having such a big sprocket, that should make it take off. You know what I'm saying? That should like take away my top speed and make me haul tail fast. Did it even like throw up dirt or anything?
When down there at the looser end,
Yeah.
like when you started over here, it was throwing up dirt. Over here, no, because it's so packed.
Yeah, but dude, that thing should have been slinging some
It
stuff,
should have been
man.
like digging ruts.
That thing should have been digging hard.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about it, it's got so much pull, dude. Like something's just not dialed in right with this thing. I don't know. I don't understand, man.
It looks about as fast as those four-wheelers out there, but
Really?
I feel like, yeah, I feel like if you're out there in a faster or in a longer stretch and you're able to pin it for longer, you would have been able to pick up a decent amount of speed.
I don't know, man. I've seen videos of people ripping these things, and like, it should have took off a whole lot harder. Because I mean, dude, like I had the brake pinned and I had it like locked in where it was ready to go, and I would dump the brake and floor it, dude. And like that's all it had. Like right now, what you saw, all it had, full potential right off the bat. That's it. I'm gonna do some research and see what's causing that. Maybe this is a top end bike, but like that's disappointing, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Cause snowmobiles like rip off the line, man. Like these snowmobiles, this motor in it, like you hit them things right and they're coming up. Okay, I think it's a few different things. One, it's running really good, especially now that it's warmed up. It's running amazing. Throttle response is really good. I think it's a few things. It could definitely, one, be the sprocket and have something to do with that. It could be the belt and the clutches. I feel like that might have something to do with it as well. I don't really smell the belt burning, but maybe it's slipping or something's slipping in the clutches, maybe. Or, I know this sounds crazy and I don't think it would do too terribly much, but I know you lose a lot of power off the line if you lose back pressure. And like, bro, like, we're losing a lot of, like, it's leaking bad right through here. Like, I mean, we're losing a lot of back pressure right in here, so I don't know. I think that's part of it. And the guy I got it from chopped the exhaust off right here. I don't know why. There's another.
How further back did it go?
Like right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got the piece. We're gonna weld it up there eventually, but unless I'm crazy and these things just don't go fast off the line. But I've looked up videos of them and a lot of them do. So.
But if I take it down the line real quick, I have an idea.
Yeah, if you want, what's your idea?
Don't hold the brake.
Don't hold the brake?
Yeah.
Go for it. I will say this though.
Watch your nuts on the side.
well, yeah, watch your nuts. When you're not on it, about to like start fully pinning it on the drag strip, stand up on it, don't lay down. It sucks. Yeah, we'll get some shots of you doing it. Terrible. This thing is terrible. Like, I did a little bit of research in the truck and I think the clutches are gone. Like, I genuinely think it's the clutches, it's the belt, it's definitely got to be something for sure that is completely gone in this thing because it's not hitting like it should. So I don't know a whole lot about these drag Banshees. I don't know exactly how they need to be set up. I think maybe because it's an older bike, maybe the clutches, I looked it up, maybe they need to be cleaned or replaced. Because the weird thing is, I mean, you have to have that thing already like full throttle before it even catches to start moving. I don't know if that's how they're supposed to run. If it's supposed to be at like half throttle before it even moves. Because the way it's automatic and it has to catch and it doesn't have like a shifter. So it's always in gear. But I don't know. We got to figure that out for sure. It's definitely something with the belt, the clutches, the exhaust. It definitely needs a few things to get it 100% and get it up and going and how it's supposed to be. I ain't gonna say it's terrible overall, but for what it is, being a drag Banshee, it's terrible. It does not do what it is made to do whatsoever. How was your experience, bud?
It felt faster than it looks, but I mean, I was able to pin it a little bit longer than say when you hit the bumps. I was just deciding to eat the bumps, and it felt like it could have gone even more. That's the thing. I feel like if we start it, like God forbid, we might be able to, but if we start like back here and then go through the drag strip, we might be able to hit top speed. But I honestly want to try a run with the like speedometer app and see exactly what I get up to.
I don't know if we broke the bracket, but something's about to drag the ground over here. It might, oh no, it might just be loose. Oh, there it is. That's a nice death trap right there for your leg. All right, well, I guess we're gonna put some gas in it and then we're gonna let Seth rip it one more time and we're gonna do the speed app and see what the top speed is on it.
Yeah, the speedometer app.
Well, it's already saying we're going 3 miles an hour standing
That's
here,
'cause I
so
just did this.
that's how you know it's accurate. Yeah, hold on, the exhaust is laying on the ground. Yeah, well, there's half the problem right there.
You got zip ties?
Yeah, but you can't put zip ties on an exhaust.
And I doubt that really gets hot enough to really...
Where did the clips go? We lost the clips.
They're back there somewhere.
Jesus. Yikes. That was alright. He hit the crap out of that bump down there though. That did not look good whatsoever. Alright, well, we just found out one of our major problems, and that's we have a lot of gas leaking. From somewhere. I don't know. It looks like one of the fuel lines is busted or it's coming from the carburetor. So that's one, why we're losing a whole lot of gas and a whole lot of fuel. Two, could be why it's not running right, because maybe it's not getting enough fuel, but it's running good, so it doesn't really make any sense. So we couldn't get a top speed test. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, that is the drag Banshee. That's the new machine we got, man. It's kind of embarrassing. Honestly, it's kind of embarrassing. It's slow. It is not anything what I expected it to be, but I know it can be something. I know it definitely has potential. We just got to dial it in. This is the first time we've really drove it. We got to work out the kinks with it. Now we're leaking gas out of somewhere, so that's real nice. Got to figure that out too, but...
Is it a carburetor or a gas line? I know it's coming up from about that area.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's kind of hard to see without taking this cover off right here. We'll probably check that out, man, whenever we get home and look at it and stuff. But we're leaking gas, and a lot of it. It already drinks a crap ton of gas, and the gas tank is very small already. So when you leak gas, I mean, you can't even go 100 foot without it being empty. But that is the drag Banshee that we have. If I haven't explained it and gone over it, it is a custom-built drag Banshee frame with a 700cc Polaris snowmobile motor, 2-stroke, V-twin. I mean, the motor makes a crap ton of horsepower. I mean, it's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of torque the way it's built and set up. The way it performed today is nothing of what it should have done whatsoever. So we got a lot bigger and better things coming for it, man. We really do. Stay tuned, especially for the next video coming up, because it's getting crazy this year. I mean, we just keep on going with it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, leave a comment down below if you want to say something, or what. Somebody tell me what's wrong with this thing. Please, I'm doing my research. I'm trying to figure it out. If you know a lot about these drag Banshees, please, please, please comment down below and tell me what is wrong with it. Why is it not going off the line? Why does it have to be full throttle for it to engage? Tell me why it's slow as crap off of the line. The fuel problem, we'll figure that out. That's our error to figure out. But please, if somebody knows a lot about these things, please let me know down in the comments what it is, what I need to look for. But I hope you like this video. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and a great year. We'll see you next Friday. Peace.